Hello, everyone. Today we will learn English through an interesting life story. This is the story of a boy who grew up in a small apartment, a boy who lived in a difficult environment, but later became one of the most powerful leaders in the world. His name is Vladimir Putin. Let's begin. Vladimir Putin was born on October 7th, 1952, in the city of Saint Petersburg in Russia. At that time, the city was called Leningrad. His family lived in a small shared apartment. Life after World War II was very difficult in the Soviet Union. Many families struggled with poverty. Putin's father worked in a factory. His mother worked hard to support the family. They did not have a luxurious life. But they taught their son an important lesson. Be strong, work hard, never give up. A tough childhood. Putin grew up in a neighborhood that was not always peaceful. Sometimes there were fights between young boys. Life on the streets could be rough. Because of this environment, Putin learned to defend himself, but he also learned something more important: discipline. When he was a teenager, he started practicing judo and sambo, two martial arts. Martial arts changed his life. They taught him patience, self-control, focus. These qualities later helped him in leadership. A dream to serve his country. As a young man, Putin became interested in government and national service. He was fascinated by intelligence agencies. He once dreamed of becoming a spy. To achieve this goal, he studied law at Leningrad State University. Studying law helped him understand politics, society, and international relations. After graduating, he joined the KGB, the intelligence agency of the Soviet Union. Working for the KGB required discipline and secrecy. For several years, he served as an intelligence officer. This experience helped him understand how governments operate. A changing world. The late 1980s were a time of big changes. The Soviet Union was facing political and economic problems. In 1991, a major historical event happened. The dissolution of the Soviet Union changed the world map. The Soviet Union collapsed. Many new independent countries were created. Russia entered a difficult transition period. After leaving the intelligence service, Putin started working in local government in Saint Petersburg. He worked closely with city leaders and helped manage international relations and economic development. Step by step, he gained political experience, rising in national politics. In the late 1990s, Putin moved to Moscow, the capital of Russia. There, he began working in the national government. He became known as a disciplined and organized official. His career moved quickly. In 1999, the Russian President Boris Yeltsin appointed him as Prime Minister of Russia. This was a very important position, but an even bigger moment was coming. Becoming president. On December 31st, 1999, Boris Yeltsin made a surprising decision. He resigned from the presidency. According to the Constitution, Vladimir Putin became acting president of Russia. A few months later, in the year 2000, Putin was elected as the president of Russia. This was the beginning of a long political era. Leading Russia is not an easy task. It is the largest country in the world with many economic and political challenges. Putin promised to bring stability and strength to the nation, leadership and influence. Over the years, Putin became one of the most recognized political leaders in the world. He served multiple terms as president. At times, he also served as prime minister. His leadership style is often described as strong and decisive. Supporters believe he helped stabilize Russia after a difficult period in the 1990s. Critics, however, have raised concerns about political freedoms and governance. As with many global leaders, opinions about him are divided. But there is no doubt that Vladimir Putin has played a major role in shaping modern Russian politics. Lessons from his story. The story of Vladimir Putin teaches several lessons. First, your starting point does not determine your destiny. Putin grew up in a small apartment in a difficult neighborhood, yet he became a global political figure. Second, discipline is powerful. His training in martial arts helped build focus and determination. Third, history shapes leaders. Putin's life was deeply connected with the dramatic changes that happened in Russia after the fall of the Soviet Union. Final reflection. History is full of complex leaders and powerful stories. The life of Vladimir Putin is closely connected with the modern history of Russia. For English learners, stories like this are also a great way to improve language skills. When you listen to stories in English, when you learn new words, and when you practice regularly, your English becomes stronger every day. Keep learning, keep listening, and keep improving. Thank you for watching.